Hi friends, it's Nancy, and today we're going to do the final flip through of Spellbound. I'm so excited to show you this. It is everything I thought it would turn out to be. It's a nice thick kind of grimoire kind of journal that I wanted to do, and it turned out just the way I wanted it to turn out. So if you remember, I couldn't find the right flower. Well, at the end of the day, I made just a simple paper flower. I took book page, sprayed TIm Holtz dyes on them, put a black brad through them, and then just, wrinkled them up, and I think it's perfect. I'm happy with that. I really love it. So let's dive into Spellbound. And oh wow, this was so much fun, collaging this whole cover, and sprinkling it with little gold, paint here and there. It's just so much fun. And I did it Midori style, which is the eyelets, and then there's 3 signatures for 3 shops, more or less. So that's what I did, and I love that I printed out. And remember, this printable is in the Google Doc that's in the description of every video. I just happen to print it out on hand-dyed paper, and I just love silhouettes against color. I think it's so dramatic and looks so good. And of course I have my sweet little witch here, so she's hanging out there. And okay, so first, this is Lucinda, and she's the head priestess here in Spellbound, and she kind of heads off all the witches, right? And she's got a spell book, a pretty journal card, and all these hand-dyed folders and things that I'm using are from Jacqueline, her Lovely's Crafty Lodge. She has a YouTube channel only, and it's always linked below, and that's where she usually has sales on Fridays, live sales where you can purchase dyed things and other things too. So she doesn't have a shop or a website or anything. It's you just subscribe to her YouTube channel, and you can always be aware of when she's having a sale. And then we've got some Come Gather for a Spell, and she's got a cute couple journal cards in here, and her kitty, and her hat, and her tea, witchy tea, and her broom, right? She's got to have a broom. So I'm going to put that in there. Yeah, this has been probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. And so we have the first shop, and that's Brooms and Brews. And so we have some brews here, and this whole envelope collage page, I was just so thrilled. I told you this idea came up in the middle of the night on one of my sleepless nights, which I have many, but that's okay because it's so worth it when you get these cute, these great ideas, right? So I just love these here. And then we have this big journal card here of the shop and their menu, and I love this teapot and teacup here. So, and you really have to look to see, is there a tag in there? Because everything just kind of blends so nice together that you just have to take a look and see what's really in here. Where are all the tucks and where's everything hiding in here, right? So, cute little journal card here. Yeah, this is definitely a fun idea, these envelope collage pages here. And there's definitely enough room to journal in here on everything. And then I have this fun tea bag that I made here. It's got cloves on it, so it smells good. I love this style journal too, this Midori style journal. I think it's fun that you can take things out. And of course, in the shop, the girls hang up their brooms on the hooks. So that's their brooms while they're having their tea. Get that in there. So fun. Just really, really enjoying this. Okay, Come Gather for a Spell, and some goodies that they have in the shop here. Yes, this was fun. I will definitely do something like this again someday. And then we have Freya, the kitchen witch. So pretty. I love this. Love this page so much. And then this here, I didn't do anything here yet because I'm hanging this cross stitch I did. This was a cool Halloween cake. The cross stitch is from, the pattern is from the Witchy Stitcher. I don't know if I have it linked below, but it's a shop, and it's a website. And I think she's out of Canada. She just came out with a book, an actual book on Amazon, that you can get all of some, spooky stitchery. Some of it's a little bit not my taste, but some of it is really cute. Like they have some teacups, spooky teacups, the spooky cake. And if you look, she does have some free patterns on her website. So take a look at the Witchy Stitcher. And then we have Phoebe here with these fun journaling cards here. And as you know, in the front, everything is written about every witch in here. So you can go back and read, because I won't remember either, but you can go back and read everything about the witches, what they do. So I haven't found a frame for this yet. So until I find a frame for this, I'm going to just leave it in my book here. Sabrina, the youngest one, she's got a little card here. I just love how these pages turned out. And then we have Esmeralda, the Forest Witch, and Belladonna, the Potion Witch. She's got all her potion bottles in here. And then here's a fun tag in here. And then on this side, oh, this is Petals and Potion Shop, I should say. Petals and the beginning of Petals and Potion Shop, right? So we have a cool card here. I love that card, and I love how that looks. I'm just so excited to look at this with you. I forget what I'm talking about here. Some fun spell book here, hiding behind there. And tag here. I'm so happy I got it done in time too. That was my goal, is to finish it in October. So I did, and I'm so happy, and thank you so much for coming along for the ride with me here on this. There's the shop there. It's just so colorful, so much to see in here. I like this one too. It's so pretty. I love it. I love everything about this, so I guess I better stop saying I love it. I'll try. I'll try to stop saying that. But just for the record, I love it all. Okay, so then we have more here. This is an uptuck here. The cat at the back door of the shop here. And a little card here. Card here. And then we have Willow. This is the Bell Book and Candle Shop. She's got her potion book in here. With all her different potions in here. This was a fun book to do. So I like that. And that gets tucked in here. And then Xena the Sea Witch, she's there. And then, oh, well, that's Grimly and Clara, and they live in the shop. They used to own the shop. They used to own the building, and of course they haven't left. So he can be a little grumpy sometimes, but Clara keeps him in check, and she makes sure that everything is fine in the buildings. Yep, and here's my page all about me. All about me. This was me in one of my, I usually dress up as a purple witch. I have a purple cape, I have a purple wig, I have a purple boa, Yeah, you know, because I like purple. So here's a my purple color, my favorite lavender, my favorite time of year, my favorite crystal, flower, my familiar, my birthstone, and I love the moon. I love everything about the moon. And then some words that kind of, you know, depict me for me. So there, I like that. Oh, there goes a little bud. Okay, and then here we have Agatha. She's the crystal witch. And Hazel. Hazel is the lunar witch, yeah. So we have them, and then we made this fun book. I have this cute back clip, and then this was made from an envelope. It's got a little journal in there to write in some cards, and then this fun tag here. I love that. That was one of Amy's witches there. So fun. And I tucked it behind the crystals there, and I have to put it with a paper clip because otherwise it won't stay in. So let me get that in here. There we go. And then we have a card here. I think I made this backwards, but that's okay. Some saging going on. Actually, because I had it this way because this flips out, so that's why I meant it to be. I guess it doesn't matter really. And we have the things that are in the shop and a fun journaling card here, journaling spot here. And then we have, oh, I didn't put her name there, the music witch. That is Ursula. I have to put Ursula's name on here. She's the music witch. So that's what I forgot to do. I knew there's always something you forget, right, in your journals. Always there's one thing. But Ursula, the music witch. And then we have, oops, out of frame. This fun card here that flips up and has a nice journaling card here. I love those purple candles. Love that. And then we have a little jar of potion spell here with a crystal on it. And then here we have Hocus Pocus bells for bell book and candle. That's fun. And then we have this here with all the different crystals and things in here. Okay, love that. So pretty. And we have a bag here. It's got hats and moons and crystals in here. This is actually a blend of a tea that I had, but it has all those cute things, so I thought it'd be perfect to go in the shop here. And then I have that quote with a paper clip. There's a writing space, and this actually comes out, and you have a long tag to write on there, and that just goes in there. Oh, and we've got a pull down. Let me get this clipped on because it kept, every time I opened the bag, it kept flapping open. So I just put one of the TIm Holtz paper clips here to keep it closed like that. And then we have a pull down here. That's inside the bell book and candle. Another journaling card there. Love that. Okay, and then this one gets tucked in here, like that. Nice. Okay, and then we have Griselda, the fire witch, and she's got her cauldron going here and all her things she uses in her spells. And oh my gosh, this was so much fun to use the 5 elements, things that she does or uses, and I put one on each flame, and I'm so proud of myself for that. I really like how that turned out. And then we have Raven and Morgana. Oh, these two little witches here. They're always trying to up one another, but in the end, you know, when it comes around midnight and the moon is full, they do work quite well together. They do some dark magic, but nothing bad. They just are kind of rebels and they like to march to their own drum. But Lucinda always keeps them in check, so don't worry. They're not off doing bad things. They just, they're like rebellious teenagers, more or less, right? Although Morgana's older, but you get the picture. All right, so, and I love this. On this back of this file folder, I glued the big giant dyed bag, and then I took this image from Hex Appeal from Collage Soup, glued some of this trim on there to go with her red rose and everything, and I love how that looked. And then I really, really, really enjoyed making this giant journaling card with all the things that they use when they're doing their magic, and it's perfect. I just think it's so cool. Love it. So that goes in this giant dyed bag in here, like that. And then we come to back, and this is just a page. These images are from Ruby and Pearl's Little Witch, and I thought it'd be nice to just take a look in one of their, say, books of witchy things that they did. All Hallows Eve, Sisters, Witchy, Trick or Treat, and Black Cat. And this is the back of the book here. And then on the very back, this is the very back, I left this here as a pocket. So I will probably make myself a little flippy thing to go in there just to keep some extra journaling and maybe some extra bits and pieces that I could use inside here. So I might either make a little journal or like an envelope to keep all the extra bits and pieces in here. So this is Spellbound. This has been so much fun. I appreciate everybody coming along for the ride. I know some of you were making your own version of it, and I hope you continue. Don't stop making it, because this is something you can work on here and there, and you can always keep adding to it. So thanks again so much for spending time with me and the stories that I wove around these witches here. And I'll see you in the next video, friends. Take care now. Bye.